broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Spotlight on here on AfterBuzz. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. I'm so excited. I have the cast, the stars, the creators of Internity, a brand new series that we are really excited to get off the ground. Let me introduce my lovely panel. I have creator and one of the stars, Joey Adams. Hello.
Hi there.
You may recognize Marina Sirtis.
Hey, everybody.
And you also probably recognize Jim Beaver.
Hey.
I am so excited. Let's start off with a very simple question. What is Internity?
Well, I think the easiest way we describe it as Internity is what you would get if Scrubs met ER and they went to Comic-Con together.
Okay. That sounds like the perfect show. Right?
we like to think so.
What inspired this idea?
What inspired? Well, the show is really about Marina's character. She plays a 50-year-old woman who goes back to medical school after going through a messy divorce and sending her kids off to college. And so it's sort of about her starting over fresh and new, being the new girl in the intern pool at age 50. So her character was the first that I came up with. I thought about a show for a woman, starting over after divorce, and it just all sort of fell from there.
Marina, when you look at this role, what do you draw on? Are you thinking about going back to medical school?
No, but as most aging actresses in Hollywood, you kind of have to reinvent yourself on a certain level at my age. And being as I'm so closely identified with sci-fi, even though I haven't done sci-fi in probably 15 years.
Yeah.
To me, this is part of my, let's keep working. Really, just keep working. Because as you know, there's really not much work for women of my age, especially now that movie stars are doing TV.
Right.
Us poor TV actors, we're being sent off to the glue factory, So, I love them and they're hugely talented, but they're in TV because they can't get work in movies.
Yeah.
And so this really horrible situation happens at 45, where you're pretty much sent out to pasture. You have no worth anymore, and so anything that comes along that's great, one's going to get excited about. And this is a really great role, and it may be, until I'm a granny, the last really great role I get. I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Well, it's amazing that we have a young man writing a role for a woman who is over 30.
He's an old woman inside.
You heard it here first, folks.
That happens. I get it. I'm a 15-year-old boy. I totally understand. Jim, you play a mysterious character that we know nothing about. Do you know anything about this character that you can share?
He hasn't even read the script, so I don't know.
Awesome.
I've heard that I'm in it.
What made you want to be part of this?
Blackmail.
He has some photos. Joey.
I can't wait to see these photos.
They're not pretty. Joey reached out to me and he said, "I've got this this great concept for a show about aging actresses," and I said, "I'm in."
All right.
And
as an aging actress,
as one,
I felt like, hey, might be my last show
Yeah.
too.
Oh no, you're a man. You'll be working till you're 100 when you'll have a 30-year-old girlfriend. It'll be great.
TV.
Oh, bless them. God bless them.
So this show, I think what I'm really most excited about this show is the idea that you're taking a medical comedy and drama and adding this twist of Comic-Con and nostalgia and reunions.
Right.
Speaking of reunions, I think there's something you want to share with the audience.
Yes. So first, let me explain the concept. So the idea is the character I played, Dr. Nate, is someone that sort of had a kind of it is a comedy, but he sort of had a rough background, a rough childhood. TV was sort of his babysitter and his escape, which I think a lot of fans of the Comic-Con world and old shows can relate to.
Yep.
So he sort of relates to everything that's happening in his life in a sort of TV logic sort of way. So he's prone to these dream sequences and flashbacks and imaginary daydreams where cast members from the old shows that he used to watch will appear now in a modern storyline, either as those characters or as themselves or as a totally different character. So it's a device that we're excited about because it allows us to have all these great actors and talents that everyone grew up with and everybody's watched for a long time, and it's sort of a limitless possibility. It's just a little quirky side thing with this particular character. It's an ensemble show, and every character sort of has their own agenda, and this happens to be Nate's Nate's little character trait.
And
I got Michael Dorn.
Yeah.
Yes, I called him. I called him. If you want to be my best friend, you better direct this pilot, I said.
Yeah.
And so he's going to direct the pilot. So we'll have a little reunion. And actually, he only became a director after we finished on TNG. He started directing when he went over to DS9.
Wow.
And so he's never directed me before. So actually that's not true because we did a little comedy thing a few years ago and he directed that, but that was a long time ago. I've forgotten all about it. Menopause.
So it doesn't count.
Doesn't count. When it does count, it does count. But it's going to be lovely to work with my best friend again.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
And we had to take the occasion to obviously have a Star Trek The Next Generation reunion. We would be foolish not to with Marina and Michael. So you'll see some cast members from that show with cast members from this show, a little mashup, some in-jokes that I think Star Trek fans will appreciate.
Yeah.
And even if you've never seen Star Trek, I think you
Has
will
anyone
appreciate
never
it.
seen Star Trek?
Probably not, but
Those
if there's
people-
that
You know
one
what?
person.
They
They're
don't,
not
they don't
worth
fess
it.
up to it. They have, but they
Yeah.
they never fess up to it.
Speaking of reunions, is there a possibility of a Supernatural something crossover reunion? I'm
God, I hope not. I can't stand those guys.
Heard the real. No, kidding. Well, we're slowly ticking them off. So I got dirt on Jim. We got him involved. So next,
Yeah.
Jensen and
Yeah, no, I have dirt on that. We're
yeah, good. We're gonna do this.
Share.
Who doesn't?
Right, seriously. What are some dream guests that you might want to have?
Oh gosh, there's so many. There's a million. I will say that it's limitless. I mean, the great thing about it is we're doing this kind of genre mix-up, so it doesn't. There's no limit. We could have anybody from a Comic-Con character, a comic book character, someone from the Brady Bunch, someone from Alias, someone from, and please don't sue me, anyone, by the way, for saying these shows. We haven't confirmed anyone yet, but
These are dreams. We're dreaming,
dreams.
just like your character.
These are dreams. So I got, I'm so lucky because I didn't expect this would happen. I wrote this script. I didn't think anyone would get it. I didn't know if anyone would like it. And every role that has been cast so far was written with the actors in mind that are now playing it. From Marina to Jim to Richard to Carla Jimenez that is in the cast. So it's kind of, I'm sort of pinching myself. Like, no one has said no yet. So hopefully we'll keep that up, and we'll add some great guest stars that everyone will be really happy to see.
Well, let's talk about the process of making this, because right now this pilot is at Indiegogo.
Yes.
And we are looking for people to help out.
Yes, we are fundraising for it. The idea behind that is, this isn't a show that easily fits into a category. There's a lot of, it's a comedy, but it's a drama, and then there's this fantasy element, and then there's some very political themes with Marina's character. Equal pay for equal work, and ageism in Hollywood, and all of these things. There's a lot going on. So it's not an easy show to peg, and it's not an easy show, to sort of convince a network to be excited about. So from the very beginning, I knew that I wanted to do this on our own to maintain creative control, to keep the cast that I want in place. Because if we took this to a network, took the script, the first thing the network would say is, oh, this is great, let's make Dr. Camila, Marina's character, let's make her 35. That's not the show. So So we went to Indiegogo. We're appealing to fans of Jim's and Marina's and Michael's and just fans of good television to help us do this, because we think, we're doing something that hasn't been seen on television before. This is the first actor-created, fan-funded pilot that I'm aware of. I mean, I've said before, actors have been sort of creating their own work since the days of Charlie Chaplin, but taking that work to the fans, to the audience that would be the viewers if it was on the air, and saying, guys, if you want this, help us.
I know, and if everyone that follows me on Twitter just gave $1, we'd have enough money to make this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if everybody gave $2,
we might get paid.
rich.
We might get paid.
That's right. Give $2 and the actors will get some money,
we'll get
everybody.
Paid. Yeah.
This show does, as you were saying, talk about political things, and I know, Marina, you're very
political
and vocal about
Yes.
the issues that are going on in Hollywood.
Yes, I am.
Why do you think it's so important to bring that to light in a television series?
Well, I think everybody knows. I mean, it's not like I'm giving away some deep, dark secret that, nobody outside Hollywood knows, that I'm saying something that, is hidden behind lock and key.
Wait, people know that women aren't paid as much as men?
Well, people know that women aren't paid as much as men, because why would Hollywood be any different to any other,
Right.
any other organization?
Hollywood sort of mirrors everything
does.
else that's going on.
But equal pay, the ageism, which is, I think, specific more to Hollywood than to any other industry. And, if you want to argue with me about that, I'll rip your throat out. But there are things that I care about. And, if you do follow me on Twitter, I talk about two things: politics and soccer. They're my two things, right? So weekends it's soccer, during the week it's politics. And I am very political. And actually, if I was going to have a second career, it would be politics.
Yeah.
But there are too many naked pictures of me out there.
Isn't it always
there a
the
website?
case?
You know what? I had to pay the rent when I was young, and now it's going to come back and haunt me, because I would like to go into politics, but those damn Republicans that get those pictures out and be all emblazoned everywhere.
And then the Democrats will vote.
And then the Democrats, yes,
That might be a good way to get you in office.
Oh, I don't know.
Good campaign poster.
It would, yes. This is what I used to look like.
I'm so excited about this. What does Internity mean?
Well, it's a show about interns. Where it's we have these two are the stars, of course, but it's an ensemble show, and we're all interns.
It's a play on words.
Yeah, it's interns surviving intern hell.
I get it.
Somebody.
He's got jet lag.
Somebody
He's just
tell
come back
Beaver
from
to wake up.
Australia. He's got jet lag.
Yes,
And
Jim,
boy, my
Jim
arm's
Beaver
tired.
flew back from Australia to do this, guys. Come on,
I may have to go back in about an hour.
that's worth $1.
I'm flattered. I'm taking full credit. That's me, guys. That's me.
That's right. We were clamoring to be here.
Thanks. But there are, on your Indiegogo, you have a whole bunch of amazing prizes and stuff. Why don't you share some of the things people can earn?
You give enough money, you can have tea with me.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
There's
English
a video
tea.
of you having
English tea. You know what? I might even make the tea.
Wow.
I might even have you to my place for tea.
That's fancy.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
And then I'll move. But they can come to my place for tea. I will make them the fairy cakes and the Victoria sponge and all the good and the scones and
Wow.
You can have English tea at my house. But you've got to get, and I'm not saying how much money it is, but you've got to give a lot for that.
Yeah.
And I'm washing cars, and Jim is giving massages with hot oil. I don't think he knows that yet.
I'm
tell
about
him,
to donate that.
But it's for the big donors. I mean,
And plus, we could give walk-ons.
There's a walk-on.
yes,
roll on
yes.
there.
In all seriousness, there are a lot of perks that we're excited about.
The tea is actually a perk.
It is.
It is a
It's
perk.
actually on there.
It is. It's gonna. Yeah. If it's not on there, he can put
It is. It is.
Yeah,
We did a promo video for Marina called "Afternoon Tea with Marina Sirtis." If you haven't seen that, where are you? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come from out of under that rock. So we added a perk in honor of that called "Afternoon Tea with Marina Sirtis."
Amazing.
Not that creative, but anyway. So it's a chance to sit down and have real British afternoon tea.
Which it wasn't at the hotel we went to take the pictures.
Oh.
It was
That was fancy Beverly Hills tea,
Right,
not
right.
real English tea. Right.
But the point is that I do think we have some great perks. We're offering a chance to be in the show, a chance to be a producer, small things like a shout out on Facebook and water bottles and t-shirts and DVDs and digital downloads and all those things. But the biggest point that I want to make about that is you don't have to be rich to help make a TV show. You don't have to, spend a lot of money or buy this, $1,000 perk or something like that. Really and truly, if everybody gave $1, we would end this campaign tomorrow.
Yeah.
Seriously. So I just hope that people will appreciate this concept and they'll say that's worth $1 that I would spend on, I don't know, what can you buy with $1? You can't buy anything with $1, so make a TV show with that $1.
Yeah. That's a beautiful statement.
Well,
right there.
this week you can get hamburger helper at Ralph's for $1.
Or something at the 99-cent store. That's true. So I stand corrected.
That's
but
107.
Which means you get a TV show and dinner for $2.
Exactly. How could TV dinner? That's a new perk. We're gonna add that. TV dinner. Thank you, Jim Beaver.
You're going to send people hamburger helper.
Yes. We'll send it to you in the mail. Autographed by Jim Beaver. No, for the autograph. It's gonna cost more.
Yeah. Speaking of autographs, I know you two are Comic-Con aficionados.
They're legends.
Yeah.
Comic-Con legends.
How many have you done, Jim?
What day is it?
It's Tuesday,
oh gosh, it feels
Wednesday
like
the 30th.
It's Thursday in
the
Australia.
30th of
What year?
September
2015.
I think probably I don't know. It just seems like hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
but,
When did you start?
I didn't start until 2008.
Oh, Lordy, you're a virgin.
Yeah.
I started in 1987. Been doing this for
been a while since you heard that, huh,
27
Jim?
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I used to go with my wife. She was on Deep Space Nine.
Well, who was your wife?
Cecily Adams. She
Oh, I
played
didn't know
Moogie.
that. Yes. See,
And,
you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And
Did she have a good time over there? No, not really. She should have
Oh,
been
yeah,
on there.
she
No,
loved
didn't.
them.
No, she didn't. No, it was horrible over there.
No,
it was horrible. No, listen, trust me, I was there. I was actually there. And I would leave my set, because for 2 years we overlapped, right? And I would leave my set, and my set was like a kindergarten at recess, right? Noise and singing and dancing and hooting and hollering. And I'd walk over to DS9 and I'd be like, did someone die? It's so quiet over here. Did someone die? Are we being respectful because someone died? And then gradually, because they inherited our crew, cameras and stuff. Gradually, as people saw me, they would go, it'd get noisier and noisier and noisier. And finally, some of the director, what just happened? Oh, Marina, it's you. Troublemaker. But it was very different over on our show.
Well, my understanding was that they were quiet because they all had rubber heads on.
No, they were quiet. They were quiet.
Couldn't breathe. They were getting a little
They
weak.
were quiet because there was an atmosphere over there. It was like our show was the only show where all 7 of the cast got along.
Wow.
Of all the Star Trek shows, until to this day, 27 years later, we're all still best friends. How many shows can say that in Hollywood?
Soon, Internity.
Internity is going to say that. Yes.
you're good.
Well, I'll be dead in 27 years.
That's what I do.
Check.
That's what I do for a
So I
living.
just want to take this opportunity to tease these two bickering, like they've been married for 20 years. They might have some kind of entanglement on Internity. That's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe. You have to
Oh.
watch. I don't know. But you can't watch unless it gets made. So let's help
I'll
get
let
it made.
go of the
How
whole
soft
billing
is your
thing.
beard? Hang on.
It can
You
be
might have
very
to.
soft.
Yeah, you could have to moisturize and condition. Okay, because I'll come up in a rash otherwise.
Some things are worth it.
I got to take a moment. I'm sorry, guys, because I know that the Supernatural fans would kill me if I don't. Jim.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a rumor that you may be in the new season. Can you confirm or deny?
It's supernatural. Anybody could be in the new season.
I know, but I heard a rumor
alive?
that which I told many people were like, my character died, and I said, have you watched that show?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's called Supernatural.
But do you know anything that you can confirm or deny?
I don't know. I don't know anything
Okay.
about anything
All right.
that I could confirm or deny.
I'm so glad you're here.
Well, I mean, like I said, anything's possible on that show. If you're gonna die on a show, do it on Supernatural. Don't do it on Grey's Anatomy.
Because it's real then.
Yeah. And there, all I know is that, or all I can say is that they're always looking for reasons to bring the character Bobby back for something.
Okay.
And if they decide they've got a good story for him, he'll be back. I'm fairly confident of that.
Okay. I just had to get out of the way. I know that I couldn't have you here.
I agree. I want to hear this too.
Yeah. Well, it's.
I live in the real world. I would die.
I've been in every season so far, including the 3 since I died, and I see no reason to think that pattern won't continue.
Okay.
So we have a treat for Supernatural fans. Also, Jim everybody in the cast was gracious enough to film a promo video for the show for free because we're really broke. And Jim did one that I think all of his Supernatural fans are going to be very happy with. So keep.
When does that come out?
Soon.
Soon. Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Soon. You have to tune in to find out.
And they can find it on the Indiegogo page.
You can find it on the Indiegogo page. The best way probably is to follow us on Twitter at Internity TV Show because it's going to be there before the press sees it, before the internet sees it, before anyone sees it. Dun dun dun.
Speaking of Twitters, because I'm sure that once Internity TV Show tweets it, others will retweet it. Why don't we go around and say where people can follow you? Because I know they're already following you, but still say it anyway.
Well, I'm at Jumble Jim.
All right.
And not Jungle.
Jumble.
It's Ellie.
It's got to say that for Americans. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, but it's underscore.
Reach other one.
That's how.
You know, Real
The Real Joey Adams.
Real Salt Lake.
Former soccer star, international center forward.
So it's Real, I think.
Joey Adams.
Rather than Real.
Real, yes.
Real.
Yes, I'm sorry. So follow me at Real Joey Adams.
Awesome. Thank you guys
Wait,
so
where
much.
can we follow you?
Well, people know where to follow
wait,
me.
we know that.
I'm here at AfterBuzz TV and at Yael Tygiel.
So I'm gonna have to bring up the Doctor Who thing.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Doctor Who.
Because you only just discovered it like recently.
Well, I discovered it in 2005.
2005. Yeah, that's
Doctor
that's
Who?
recently. Doctor Who. You know Doctor Who, right? I see, because it's been
Oh,
on
that's
for
the guy with a phone booth.
Can I tell you something? Because that's been on
It's
for
a
50
police
years.
box?
It's a police box. It's not a phone booth. It's a police box. It's called the TARDIS, and it's
Grammy
been on,
inside.
and it's actually been on for 50 years.
Since 1963.
Despite the fact that America just discovered it with David Tennant, usually.
Eccleston.
David Tennant. You were Eccleston. Actually, Eccleston was one of my favourite doctors. But David Tennant was the one that really kick-started it in America. And then Matt Smith kind of ran with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you really jealous now. I went to the theatre with David Tennant to see Peter Capaldi in a play a year and a half ago.
I just died.
I know, right?
Sorry.
All right,
we need you.
to go see
Come
Lady.
back.
I went to see Lady Killers with David Tennant and Peter Capaldi before he ever got mentioned to be Doctor Who, and we went to see him in a play. And while we're on the subject of Doctor Who,
Yes. A very important subject.
very important subject. We're not going to go into politics too much, but if America can elect a black president, Doctor Who can be a woman.
Absolutely.
And it should be me.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
It should
After
be me.
Eternity season 15
Yeah.
wraps.
No, we're going to give Peter Capaldi's just started.
Yeah, he's got time.
He's got time. We're going to give him a little run with it, but after him, it's got to be me.
Yeah.
It's the real accent. I'm not faking the accent. I'm really
faking.
English. Right.
She's from the Valley.
So it's time, and people write to the BBC as well. When you're giving money to your $1 to Internity, write a letter to the BBC and say we want Marina Sirtis to be Doctor Who.
Yeah, absolutely. We will, and on the Doctor Who After Show here at AfterBuzz, we'll make sure to push that as well.
That would be awesome.
Maybe we could do an Eternity
Doctor Who
Who
Eternity.
storyline. We'll do it.
I know a bunch of doctors.
telling you here.
Hey,
Let's do it.
We could get doctors to guest star.
As doctors.
Love that idea.
I know all of them.
But first, we have to make the show. So
Right.
Yeah.
help us make it, won't you?
Right.
Help us on the Indiegogo page for Internity, which I believe you just Google, or is there like a URL?
There is, but
It's
that would
numbers.
require me to have it memorized.
It's a bunch
It's
of
on
numbers.
Indiegogo. You
Yeah.
can't miss it. Go to Indiegogo.com. There's a little search box. Type in Internity, INTERNITY.
Now that we know what that word means.
Yes. Interns surviving intern hell.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
joining me.
you.
This has been a pleasure. One last time, let's go around and give our Twitter handle so people can follow you online. We have at Real Joey Adams.
Yeah, Real Joey Adams. Or alternatively, you can follow the show at Eternity TV Show.
Marina _Sirtis.
Jumble Jim.
And of course, if you want to follow me, I'm online at yael.tv. That's yael.tv. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, really anywhere online at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And we will see you next time here on AfterBuzz.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.